LeSabre for 1985, still the nameplate with the highest recognition of any Buick car line. There are several groups of loyal Buick buyers, plus many conquest prospects, who will want to own a vehicle this roomy and impressive. Retired couples, for instance. Older buyers who feel that having to get used to a smaller car at this point in their lives is unacceptable. With LeSabre, you can show them they don't have to. Younger, traditional, or larger families. People whose lifestyle requires full-size comfort for long trips with a lot of baggage and vacation equipment. Don't forget the traditional buyers, ranging from full-size luxury car buyers to busy professionals whose careers depend on arriving relaxed and ready for business. And fleet operators who always look for the best return on their investments. LeSabre also makes a superb executive and lease car. When you're working with a LeSabre prospect, keep in mind that feature for feature, dollar for dollar, the 1985 LeSabre is a most impressive value. One final note. Every feature you're about to see is standard, unless we tell you otherwise. Now let's take a look at the way to make an effective LeSabre walk-around presentation.
Hello. I really appreciate you and Mrs. Jones taking the time to drop by the dealership. I noticed you drove up in a full-size car, and I think you're very wise to be looking at the 1985 LeSabre. Because if you like full-size comfort, you're going to love this new LeSabre. This is the collector's limited edition sedan. Quite honestly, it's one of the most elegant LeSabres Buick has ever sold. And this is just one of the stylish new exterior colors for 1985. The grille is new this year, and it blends perfectly with the front end. The bumper guards and rub strips are standard and help your LeSabre in parking lot situations. And the bumper is lightweight, which helps improve efficiency, too. I'll bet these optional tungsten halogen headlights are new to you. They make nighttime driving easier because they give off more than twice the light of standard sealed beam units. Let's take a look under the hood. I've already opened it. It's equipped with an inside release that acts as a theft deterrent. Notice this under the hood light. The LeSabre is just full of extra little details that make it comforting to own a Buick. This Delco Freedom 2 Plus battery is another example of Buick value. Maybe you don't give much thought to your battery, unless it gives you trouble. But this one generates considerably more power than the batteries of just a few years ago. It requires no maintenance. And frankly, Mrs. Jones, it's just one less thing to worry about. You know, Buick is famous for its availability of V6 engines. And one of the finest is this 3.8-liter V6 with the two-barrel carburetor. It's standard on the LeSabre. The V6 engines are improved every year, and this one is very dependable. Most people never think about it, but taking weight out of cars can improve them in several ways. For example, putting this aluminum intake manifold in not only saves weight, which helps improve mileage, it also helps cold weather operation because the engine warms up faster. That's sure useful in this neck of the woods. Mrs. Jones, I'd like you to take a good look at these tires. These are steel-belted radial ply all-season tires. But the reason I thought you might be interested is that your husband won't have to change tires twice a year anymore. While we're here, I want to mention the power front disc brakes. They not only have smooth stopping power, they're equipped with special low-drag calipers that also decrease rolling resistance and help save fuel. They also have an audible wear indicator which makes a chirping sound when it's time to replace the brake pads. Again, one less thing to worry about. You know, when people spend good money for a car this luxurious, they like to know it will keep on looking good. Well, Buick has taken a number of steps to make that happen. Take these wheel opening moldings, for example. They not only look good, but they help protect the finish in this part of the car that gets a lot of wear. All 1985 LeSabres are also protected by the plastisol sprayed on this lower part of the car before the paint and molding go on. Plastisol is tough, and it helps reduce stone chipping in this exposed area. Now, these body side moldings also help keep the car looking as good as it does right now. And notice how the color coordinates with the car. Look at these wraparound taillights. Now, every car has taillights, but these highly visible taillights have become a kind of Buick trademark. Now let me show you the trunk. If you travel a lot, there's nothing as convenient as a big, roomy trunk. Back seat should be for people, not luggage. Just look at this trunk light. If you're loading or unloading at night, there's nothing more helpful. I see you're looking at the Space Sabre tire, Mrs. Jones. It's another real convenience. See how light it is? It's much easier to handle if you ever have to replace one of the regular tires temporarily. And it also takes up a lot less space. Now, this side frame jack is also lightweight and easy to operate. Okay, I'll bet you can't wait to look at the inside. Notice when I open this rear door, the overhead courtesy light will come on. Again, it's a small detail, but a real Buick convenience. With some cars, that rear door light switch is optional. Mrs. Jones, would I be right in assuming that you get to sit in the back seat more than Mr. Jones does when you're out riding with friends, for example? Well, just try these full foam seats. There's room for 3 adults back here, and these armrests are standard, too. Now, before we get in the front seat, let me point out a few details here at the driver's door. This chrome side view mirror is remote control and standard on all LeSabres. These optional automatic electronic door locks unlock all the doors. Now, LeSabre's front passenger compartment is filled with Buick's fine traditional touches. But before I go over them with you, I'd like to show you this very special history of the LeSabre, which comes with the limited collector's edition. It's really a wonderful keepsake of this elegant car. And you'll also receive this limited collector's edition key set and chain. Nice, isn't it? Now, let me show you something else. Notice this luxurious cut pile carpeting. It's soft and durable. And there are courtesy lights in all the convenient places. This one overhead, which comes on when the door opens, and others here on the instrument panel, the front ashtray, and inside the roomy glove compartment. And if you leave the headlights on accidentally, you'll hear this warning chime, which also sounds if the key is left in the ignition. It's standard in the limited collector's edition. And you'll hear it also to remind you to use your seat belts. Now, many of the interior colors are new this year, and there's new upholstery fabric on the custom models. Notice these front seats are 50-50, each separately adjustable. And are they comfortable? You know, these seats are one of the things that make the limited collector's edition a special kind of car. It's the first time we've ever offered a 50-50 split seat in a LeSabre. Now, this multifunction control lever places the controls you use most right at your fingertips. Turn signal, the 2-speed windshield wipers and washer, the high-low headlight beam selector, and the optional cruise control. Now, it's completely electronic and has both resume and acceleration features. And you can adjust your speed up or down 1 mile an hour at a time by just touching the correct control. Now, I'll bet you like to listen to music when you take trips, or even just driving around town. Well, there's a broad range of first-class Delco radio options, from a basic AM radio all the way up to this electronically tuned AM-FM combination with a graphic equalizer, cassette tape player, and digital clock. You really seem interested in this LeSabre, and I could stand here and talk about it all day. But the real test is to drive it yourself. So let's take it out for a drive, and you'll really get to know what a wonderful car it is. Then when we get back, I can show you the special gifts you'll get when you buy this LeSabre Limited Collector's Edition. There's more good news for 1985 LeSabre buyers. The LeSabre station wagon is returning to the lineup in both 6 and optional 8-passenger models. LeSabre wagons, with the second seat down, will cart this mountain of empty beverage cans back to the grocery store. That's 87 cubic feet worth. The standard engine for the LeSabre wagon is the 5-liter V8 with a 4-barrel carburetor. For your LeSabre customers interested in a 2-door, Here is the custom coupe in one of the new colors for '85, light chestnut.